Ces-We versus Civil Service Exam. Mga kases, andito na naman tayo sa isang makabuluhang pagtatalakay ng mga usapin tungkol sa Career Executive Service. Marami sa aming mga bagong kliyente ang akala ay ang Career Executive Service Written Examination o Ces-We ay katulad lang ng Civil Service Examination for sub-professionals at professionals. Kaya po ngayon ay pag-usapan natin ang mga eksaminasyon ng mga ito. Tama ba na pare-pareho lang sila? Sasagutin natin ang katanungan na iyan sa pagkukumpara ng mga iba't ibang aspeto ng mga tests na ito. Ano nga ba ang Civil Service Examination? The Civil Service Examination, also known as the Career Service Examination, is conducted twice a year by the Civil Service Commission to figure out whether or not an applicant is eligible to work in the government. There are two types of civil service exams. Number 1, sub-professional level. This level is aimed toward applicants eyeing first-level government positions, which includes clerical and administrative work. The test has a time limit of 2 hours and 40 minutes and features 165 items that cover the following topics: numerical ability, basic operations, word problems, clerical ability, filing, spelling, verbal ability, grammar and correct usage, vocabulary, paragraph organization and reading comprehension, general information, clerical operations, English, and mathematics. Number 2, professional level. This exam type, on the other hand, is designed to allow passers to apply for both first and second-level government positions. This includes job opportunities for both clerical and managerial posts. Unlike the sub-professional level, an examinee taking up the professional exam must be a graduate of a 4-year course. In terms of the actual test, the time limit is longer, 3 hours and 10 minutes, with 170 items that cover the following topics: numerical ability, basic operations, word problems, analytical ability, word association and conclusions, logic, data interpretation, verbal ability, grammar and correct usage, vocabulary, paragraph organization, reading comprehension, general information items on the following: Philippine Constitution, Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees, peace and human rights issues and concepts, and environment management and protection. Who is qualified to take the civil service exam? An interested applicant must meet the following civil service requirements in order to qualify: a Filipino citizen, at least 18 years old, has no criminal record, has no dismissal record from military or government service, and has not taken the same level exam within the last 3 months before the exam date. Under special laws, some individuals are exempt from taking the exam, including honor graduates and barangay officials. Modes in the civil service exam. There are two options for taking the CSC. Number 1, pen and paper test is the traditional way of taking the test, in which you have to shade circles using a black ballpoint pen. This test costs 500 pesos and the results come out 60 days after the exam. Number 2, computerized examination lets you take the exam on a computer at your registered CSC testing center. What is the passing score? All CSC exams, including professional and sub-professional, require a passing rate of 80%. Ngayon, pag-usapan naman natin ang Career Executive Service Written Examination or Ces-We. The CES Written Examination or Ces-We, formerly called the Management Aptitude Test Battery, is the first of the 4-stage CES eligibility examination process. It is a paper and pencil type of test that determines the applicant's general intelligence and knowledge of management concepts and principles. Currently, the Ces-We is composed of 220 test items with 7 subtests as follows: error recognition, reading comprehension, data interpretation, logical reasoning, information, management concepts and problems, and essay. The test is administered for 2 hours and 55 minutes. Applications are open to Filipino citizens of good moral character and meets the following requirements: government sector, career service, appointed or designated in an acting capacity or officer in charge of CES position for at least 6 months, or appointed or designated to a position with a corresponding salary of 18 or higher than requires performance of managerial and supervisory functions for at least 2 years. Government sector, non-career service, those who are currently appointed under a contractual status or coterminous status to a non-career government position that is higher than a division chief and has at least 3 years managerial experience. Private sector, a person of outstanding qualification who are either a proprietor or an incumbent of a position performing managerial or supervisory function for at least 3 years. Managerial or supervisory functions pertain, but are not limited to, directing and approving the work outputs of concerned employees, delegating functions to the staff, monitoring and rating employees' performance based on the duly approved performance, targets, plans, and supervising the unit or section division based on the staffing pattern or organizational structure. The applicant should meet the cut-off score to proceed to the succeeding stages of the CES eligibility examination process. Applicants who fail to meet the cut-off score may be allowed to retake the test only after 6 months reckoned from the date of his/her last examination. The Ces-We results are officially released within 60 days from the date of the examination through the CESB website. An applicant shall likewise be issued with a notice of rating indicating his/her transmuted score. Pagkatapos ng mahabang pagsasalarawan at paghahambing ng dalawang eksaminasyon, ano ang nakikita ninyong pagkakaiba? Let me summarize them for you. Number 1. Although the Ces-We or the civil service examinations have some similar areas of assessment, the Ces-We has more coverage compared to the latter. Aside from these similarities, the Ces-We has two dimensions: cognitive skills and management skills. Why is this so? The Ces-We pertains to the third level eligibility, which is the highest level of civil service eligibility. This level is reserved for the government executives. Clearly, Ces-We candidates are expected to go through a more difficult test. Number 2. The Ces-We does not confer any CES eligibility unless you finish the rest of the 3 CES stages. On the other hand, the civil service examinations automatically confer first or second civil service eligibility. Actually, the Ces-We is the most basic of all the behavioral assessments for the CESO rank and title. Most CESOs find the Ces-We as a less difficult stage compared to the assessment center and the validation of on-the-job performance. Although it is the most basic examination, still many fail in this stage. Number 3. The Ces-We has more qualifications and requirements compared to the civil service examinations. Number 4. The CSE is administered by the Civil Service Commission, while the Ces-We is administered by the Career Executive Service Board. Given this wide difference between the Ces-We and the Civil Service Examination, ay dapat paghandaan mong mabuti ang Ces-We. Most candidates take the civil service examinations without undergoing review. Pagdating sa Ces-We, ay dapat magdalawang isip ka para sigurado ay dumaan ka sa magandang review. Dito pumapasok ang aming Ces-We online review program. This is the first and only online Ces-We review in the country. Do not take the Ces-We for granted. Those who failed in the Ces-We carried a stigma which they had to deal with every day. So, why not enroll in our Ces-We online review program? Erase any doubt in your ability to pass the test. Enroll now for the quarterly Ces-We this year, 2023. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and see you soon.